Quant. Quant is a titan. They have really established a very good working relationship with some governments. They have got a decent shot of being one of, there's really only a few that can be run a CBDC. Quant have got a shot of that. Also, they are really pushing on a sort of on carbon data, which is potentially going to be a very big narrative, particularly given the way governments feel about climate change. So I want to take a look at where this can go in this bull cycle based on just the right things happening. Before I get into it though, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. Now, when I did the videos, I showed myself buying up these coins. They were coins that I expected were going to make me a lot of money. Now, you could have done the same. And if, let's say, you'd popped $100 into each of the coins when I released the videos, you'd have been getting in at these prices. All you would have needed to do is sit on these coins for around 16 months and you'd have been able to sell at these prices. And these are what your profits would have been from 100 into each. So if you'd have done 100 into all 26, your total profit under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand. Now, you don't have a year and a half to sort your portfolios out. We are in a bull cycle. And September is set to be an incredible month. We've got an enormous amount of money printing in America. There are going to be rate cuts. Those two things were big catalysts in the last bull cycle. So if you're holding trash in your portfolio, you're going to watch a lot of people making money while you don't. If that's you, head over to copymycrypto.com, have a look at the site. Everything on that site is public record, whether it's what the members have made, the successes we've had. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. Copymycrypto.com is where I share with my members every single coin I own. So whenever I buy or sell any crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm buying or selling and the price at which I'm doing it. That means my members can copy along exactly so they make the exact same profit as me. But the added bonus is, of course, they have no work to do at all. And if that sounds good to you, pause this video, have a read of the site, verify it all. And if you like what you see, try it out because, like I say, next month's going to be a banger. Now, Quant. So Quant did incredibly well in the last bull cycle. Put it into context, there were points in 2019 where it was under, $6, under, points very close to $5. And in the last bull cycle, it went as high as $428 per coin. So very good, very successful. Now, Quant launched in June of 2018. Idea was to connect blockchains and networks on a global scale, trying to basically deal with the issue of interoperability. That's become very much a buzzword in crypto, and really it became a buzzword as a result of Polkadot more than anything. And it was actually the first project that was aiming to solve the interoperability problem through the creation of the first blockchain operating system, which is effectively what Quant is. They built it using DLT and the Overledger network. And that the Overledger network specifically is for connecting different blockchain networks. It's basically billed as the first operating system to be built for blockchains. Now, the aim is to bridge the gap that exists between them by using the backbone of it, which is the Overledger. It should be able to effectively become or aim to become the future digital economy ecosystem. It's a big, lofty goal. They've also, thanks to the Overledger, allowed for multi-chain apps to be built. And they can go onto multiple networks for obvious reasons. Gilbert Verdian is one of the founders of Quant and had the idea for the blockchain network while he was working in the health sector. He identified the importance of interoperability and ensuring that patients registered on different platforms are covered. And it's a similar premise. Why can't I hold a bunch of crypto on Ethereum and just be able to easily move it around without multiple different transactions, multiple costs that I incur? It was interesting that he actually managed to see this issue from the issue of the healthcare sector. Now, Dr. Paolo Tasca is the other co-founder. He is an entrepreneur, a digital economist who's specialized in distributed systems. He's worked with the EU as well as the UN and a number of central banks worldwide. That bodes very, very well for Quant because when you have that resume and those potential connections, you've got a very, very good shot at landing a CBDC. Now, CBDCs are a hot button topic, I suppose. I am not going to talk too much about CBDCs, but I will say this. The idea of it is programmable money. We have seen a number of different people, such as we've seen, what was it, Klaus Schwartz, talk about the fact that the programmable nature of CBDCs would allow for quote unquote improvements could help with the improvements in health of citizens. Now, my question would be, how are you doing that? Is it literally going to be, well, this person is overweight, so we are limiting their takeaways a week to 1 or 0? I think, unfortunately, the concern with the CBDC is, I think there is going to be a lot more that is out of our control. And if we move towards a future where there isn't money circulating in the traditional sense of paper money, there is a real problem for a number of, a ton of citizens. How many people do cash in hand jobs? How many people, try and do things under the books so that they can live, without circulating money? This becomes an issue because we are not going to go back to the days of gold right now. So the concern around a CBDC is well founded. It's worth reading about it if you're unfamiliar. They have been pushing on something called carbon credit platforms as of late. Now, carbon credits, this is the idea to bring efficiency to carbon markets and help climate initiatives in the process. The tech will play a critical role in bringing efficiency to carbon markets. The idea is that this helps governments, this can help companies try and reach that carbon neutrality. The issue here, and it's a very large market that's only going to grow between 2022 and 2027. There's an estimate that it's expected to grow from an estimated 67 billion to 200 billion. So trying to actually get a foothold in this area is not necessarily a bad shout from a business perspective. You can put aside any feelings you have about climate change and whatnot and just look at it from a business standpoint. Governments are discussing climate change on a regular basis at all these summits, and they all have made some form of agreement on what they aim to achieve over the next, 8 years, 10 years, and all of that. So entering into this space when you've already worked with the EU government, when you've already worked with central banks, with the ties that they have, the potential here is that they could land a significant contract with some form of government, governments worldwide. Potential then rises dramatically that Quant is going to have a very, very, very good year. Now, again, I think the thing that is worth remembering is CBDCs are inevitable. Unless the world stands up and says no, some sort of revolution happens, I just don't see a world where CBDCs aren't start getting introduced in the big countries like America, like Europe, which is obviously a continent, or but the big financial powerhouses of the world will probably be moving towards CBDCs. Huge impact on all of us as people, but anything that runs a CBDC is effectively running the infrastructure for a country. They'd be processing trillions of dollars of transactions all the time. The net worth of the infrastructure that supports a CBDC will be enormous. There is a very valid argument that any crypto, let's say it's Quant land the CBDC for America. I don't think they would, but let's say that they do. They're processing trillions of dollars all the time. There's a very, very sound reasoning that Quant should have a market cap in that regard of $1 trillion. So landing a CBDC is going to be an enormous thing. If that ever happens, for any crypto, expect its price to pump enormously. Now, I'm not fully convinced Quant's going to get, I don't think Quant will get America, but it could get the EU, could get the Euro, do the CBDC for the Euro, because they've already got ties with the EU government. And if that was to happen, this absolutely bangs, this rockets up. And like, really, how high does it go if they were to land the Euro as a CBDC? Probably into the, $5,000, $10,000 region per coin, like, because it would be running the infrastructure for a continent, effectively. I think that's unlikely at this point in time. In reality, I think we are still 4 or 5 years away from CBDCs from the biggest financial powerhouses in the world, but they are coming. And even just a contract signing would be enough to pump this. But I actually think Quant can do pretty well. Even without all of that. Like, there is a very good shout of Quant hitting like $1,000. Because if you actually logically look at it, circulating supply is 12 million, 1,000 times that puts it a market cap of basically 12 billion. Is that high? Yeah, it's high, but Quant have got a really strong foothold in this market now as a place to go if you are an enterprise or if you are an institution. They are also only one of 9 cryptos that are compliant with the global messaging standards that are required by all financial institutions. So there's only really 9 that can land a CBDC. So their potential, sorry, I got hiccups. Their potential is very, very high. I still think there is a very good shot that this can hit 1,000. Like I said, if it was to land the Euro as a CBDC, there's a very good shot that this could run $5,000 to $10,000. It's just, is that going to happen? Probably not this year. EU certainly have a weird relationship with crypto. They've done a lot of fear mongering, the EU government, around crypto, particularly with privacy coins. They seem open to crypto, but not fully. So I think they're going to take a little bit of time to get ready for it. But as of right now, I still think the potential is very, very high for Quant. $1,000 a coin could easily be achieved. Again, put it into context. If this bull cycle is anything like we all expect, where we've got Bitcoin at 100 grand or more, you've got Ethereum potentially at 8 to 10 grand, maybe even 15 to 20, depending on how much this market rockets. They're both going to have over $1 trillion market cap comfortably. If not, Bitcoin probably will hit 2 trillion. So why wouldn't one of the stronger projects in the crypto space hit 12 billion? Doesn't seem unreasonable, does it? But let me know what you guys think about this. How high do you think it would go if they landed a CBDC? Obviously, like I said, I don't think they'd get America. I think America's seems very likely that Ripple XRP are going to land a CBDC there. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. And guys, look, we are in a bull cycle. If you're not confident in the cryptos that you own, it is time to do something about it. Get on to copymycrypto.com and have a look at the site. On there, you'll see what my members have earned. You'll see the successes we've had. Everything on the site is public record. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. Copymycrypto.com is where I share with my members every single coin I own. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the coin, the price that I'm buying or selling at, and they can copy along exactly. So there's no work for my members. They make the same profit. And again, if that sounds good to you, just get onto the site, read through it all, watch the videos, verify it all, because make no mistake about it, next month is set to be a barnstormer of a month with the rate cuts that are coming, with the money printing that is going to be happening. Those were big catalysts in the last bull cycle. So time to get the portfolio sorted, folks. And that is it from me. See you in the next vid. Have a good day.